Detachment isn't about not caring, it's about caring without spiraling, overgiving, or emotionally passing away every time someone acts weird or off. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charlie. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of like a podcasting type of video, just where I yap about like a random topic because I feel like it. And I don't have anyone else to talk to because all my friends live far away, unfortunately. Or they're busy. I don't have a microphone on me, unfortunately. I am ordering one though. It's pink, very pretty. But I do feel like I should have something in my hand while I speak. So I have a little hairbrush. By the intro, I'm guessing that you can guess today's video is about detachment. Learning about detachment is something that I struggle with a lot, like way too much. It consumes my life, unfortunately, for me and my parents, because they have to put up with me, low-key. But I want to learn how to become detached to work, career, relationships, like friendships, romantic relationships, like dating, the dating scene. So I figured, why not learn how to become detached and also make a video out of it so we can both learn together. All the points that I make in this video is what I researched about detachment and what it's about. What detachment isn't, it's not about being avoidant, it's not about running away. I do that way too much. Instead of running away, I should face the problem head on. Being detached is not about shutting down emotionally. I shut down emotionally quite a bit if a difficult conversation comes up. I'm like, I'm not talking. No comment. I have nothing to say to that. I have nothing to add. But then nothing ever gets anywhere, does it? You're just stuck in the like same one place as I was before because I didn't open up. Being detached is not about that I don't need anyone energy. You still need your family and you still need your friends. You cannot get rid of them. If you decide to get rid of them, that's at your own detriment. And then when you do need them, you have no one and you're stuck by yourself. Not fun. By having your friends and your family around to support you, you can learn not to be avoidant and you can learn to not emotionally shut down as well. All in all, detachment equals self-trust and emotional boundaries tying in together. Do you still feel things while you're detached? Yes. But those feelings and those scared feelings don't run the house in your mind anymore. Why we struggle with detachment, why we struggle to become detached to things. One, we confuse attachment, being attached to something, with love. Because we are attached to the idea of something or someone, we think we must love that one thing or we must love that one person, when in reality that is farther from the truth. For example, you're in a toxic situationship, a toxic friendship with a certain individual. Your mind confuses that with love, but deep down in reality you know that you don't love them. You love the idea of them, yes, but do you truly love them deep down? No. So it's time to let them go. Another reason why we struggle with detachment is that when we were younger, or even now, or like in your teens and your 20s, we are rewarded for being accommodating, available, and chill. We were always rewarded for saying yes all the time, even though we didn't want to do something. If we said yes, people appreciated us more, or your friends only wanted to hang out with you all the time because you always said yes to them. You're always a yes man, you're always a yes woman. Growing up, your parents only showed you love or care if you got the best grades, if you were the top of your class, if you did extra well in like a particular sport. Another last reason why we struggle with detachment is that validation and getting validation from something or someone that you're attached with feels safer than uncertainty and being detached from a particular something or someone. Now I'm going to explain the signs that you may be over attached to something or someone. And actually I'm going to use the example of being attached to someone. For this particular example, I'm going to be using the example of a romantic love interest. Say you start dating this girl, you start dating this guy, things are going great in the first 2 weeks. Good old talking stage, you finally go out on a date, things go well. And, you know, maybe you don't have a roster, so this individual is the only person that you're flirting with or talking to romantically. And because of this, you have a higher, greater attachment to this particular person. And as things are going along in this particular love affair, you start to notice, their mood determines your day or determines your mood for that day. Like you wake up in the morning, get a text from them and they're upset, they're angry, they're feeling a little bit unhappy. Maybe it's with you, maybe it's with work, maybe it's because of work, but you know, they decide to take it out on you. Then for the rest of the day, you're in a bad mood, you're sad, you're unhappy. Your feelings are hurt because you don't understand, oh my god, why is this person that I barely know, who I've been like dating for like a couple weeks, why are they upset with me? What did I do wrong? You reread the messages like it's a crime scene. You spend like a couple hours, like it's a hobby, just rereading, going over the text, over analyzing every single text, over analyzing every single message and its tone. But the problem with that I have is that messages don't have a lot of tone. So let's say if you're in a happy mood and someone sends you a message, you're gonna read that message in a happy tone. But if you're upset, if you're in a bad mood and someone sends you a message, you're gonna read that message in an unhappy, sad tone. And then the actual meaning of that message that they sent to you gets skewed, and it starts complications and it starts drama. When they show their interest in you, when they start texting you after they haven't texted you for maybe a couple hours because they're busy, you drop your routine out the door. What you were just doing, you're stopping it, because you now want to spend all your time and all your energy into texting this one person. You're chatting to this person, you over-explain everything, you over-explain yourself instead of observing them and observing the relationship and observing the dynamic between you two. Like, instead of sitting back and, you know, putting your detective glasses on, being like, okay, how is this person actually? Are they a good fit for me? You're instead trying to explain to them why you should be a good fit for them. Girl, what are you doing? Or bro, what are you doing? It depends on who's watching this, really. When you're with them, do you feel excited? No, you feel I was about to say you feel anxious. Anxious? No, you don't feel anxious, you feel anxious. You get a sick stomach feeling in your stomach. I did not English that correctly, but we're gonna go with it. You get a sick pit feeling in your stomach. There we go, I got it. When you're hanging out with this person, your nervous system switches onto fight and flight. That is why you feel sick in the stomach. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we learn to detach from this romantic partner in real life? What do we do? What are our tools? Is we shift from why are they doing this to how do I feel with them? As I was explaining before, instead of over-explaining yourself to them, you should be observing and you should be thinking to yourself, how do I feel about them? Do I feel that this particular person will make a great romantic interest partner to me? Stop psychoanalyzing them. Instead, start self-checking. 2, match their energy. Don't chase clarity. You're not a horse. Stop running. If the person that you're dating is inconsistent, detach from the fantasy of them, not the person. The person that you're dating doesn't respond back to you in 24 hours and it's only the early days. Don't start to spiral. Some people just may be busy. Some people just might have a very busy life. They might have, you know, family dramas going on, family problems, friend problems that they need to sort out. Don't send them 1,000 messages asking them, why haven't you answered me in like 24 hours? That is gonna scare them away. They will be doing the one that is running, and they'll be running away from you. Instead, prioritize your time and try to find fulfillment in other things that bring you joy, such as go for a walk, go to the gym, make plans with your family, make plans with your friends. You prioritize your time with other things, such as I said before, hanging out with your family or friends. Your mind is going to be attached to being in the present moment with these people who are taking the time to hang out with you, and your mind will be detached to the thoughts of this romantic interest, not texting you for like 24 hours. For example, I have an example. I was talking to this chick and we decided to go on a date on a particular Sunday, and for the whole Friday and Saturday she did not message me at all. And I was definitely attached to the idea of this person because we like been talking for like a couple weeks beforehand and like FaceTiming as well, and like loved her vibe, loved her personality. I'm like, of course, as if I would not want to go out on a date with this lovely, gorgeous woman. But on the Friday, Saturday night and a whole day before a date on Sunday, she just wasn't answering me. Like she just wasn't talking to me and texting me as regularly as she did before. So instead of texting her or like double texting her, like, hey, are you still alive? Like, are you still interested? Are you still interested on this date on Sunday? I instead prioritized my time with studying my Cert 3 certificate at the moment, put my energy into that, put my energy into the gym. I instead called my friends, texted my friends, hanged out with them, spent time with my family, and next thing you know, it comes around to Sunday morning because the time flew because I was busy doing other stuff, and she messaged me Sunday morning saying, hey, I'm still keen to go on a date with you, and we went. And also, if you do have like a very chaotic, like attached vibe to someone, the other person will pick it up and it will scare them, especially if it's early days into dating. Don't give meaning to mixed signals to the person that you're talking to, dating. They're giving mixed signals, they're being confusing. The confusion is the information that you need to make the decision to drop them and to become detached to them. 4. Keep your life full. Friends, training, hobbies, goals, they should be your top priority, and they what you should be attached to more. Because detachment comes naturally when your world isn't centered around that one person or the idea of that one person. Next, let people show you who they truly are without you trying to fill in the blanks for them or trying to make them better than they actually are. No convincing, no coaching, and no emotional resumes for them. Let's get one thing clear. Being detached and having detachment doesn't mean losing your softness. You can be warm, but you can be warm and set boundaries. You can be open, but you can also be selective to what you're open to, especially in the terms of dating. You can very much be a loving, kind person without self-betrayal. Attachment actually protects tenderness. Me personally, over the past 3 months, maybe 4 months, wait, October, November, December. So yeah, 3 months, detachment has felt more like peace and not loneliness, especially with dating. I instead have prioritized more the gym, friends, family, studying, job, working. When I go out to the club, I do flirt, of course, but I flirt for fun. I don't really have an expectation when I go out to the club to like meet and find the one. My main priority is to go out and enjoy my time with my friends. And if a gorgeous woman wants to flirt with me, of course I'm not gonna say no. But I'm not thinking, oh my god, this is my wife. You know, I'm not gonna wake up the next morning with a ring on my finger. Because I have become detached to dating, I feel emotionally I'm much lighter. I have less weight on my shoulders. I'm not crying as much. My tear ducts are having a good old break and they are relieved. So, closing thought for today is that detachment is not about letting people go. It's about letting go of the outcomes. Thank you for watching and listening to my YouTube video today. I'm much appreciated. Would appreciate it also if you liked and subscribed as well. This video is like the first video I made in like ages in yonks. I made one months ago and that was more scripted. This one isn't as scripted. I have like notes. I'm just like blah, 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 talking off the top of my head. So I'm hoping over time, the more that I do these, the more it kind of all comes together and it makes sense. But yet again, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Much appreciated. Again, bye.